Good morning and welcome to this second vlog. Today I'm going to a place called Wageningen to actually meet up with friends and some new people actually. And I'm actually running it late. It's like 5 minutes to 7 and these are the equipment that I will be taking with me. Just packing, and in the kitchen I'm actually cooking ramen as my breakfast. So in Wageningen I'll be playing board games. Well, I actually don't want to play. I actually more like just want to see how they play board games there. A friend of mine is hosting like an event for board games. So yeah, I actually sign up as like one of the players, but I think I want to be more of the viewer. But yeah, we'll see how that turns out. It is almost 8 and that will do for now because I'm running late. Wageningen is actually a city that's like roughly an hour-ish away from Rotterdam, but because he lives right on his campus, that means I have to take another like 40 minutes bus. So it all equals to roughly 2 hours of travel time today. And yeah, running kind of late. So I just got back from Wageningen. I'm still not sure how you pronounce that city, but I just got back from the board game event from Wageningen, and it's actually more like a really fun board game event, but it's also like a little competition. So I didn't really have a lot of time to film, but on top of that, my GoPro memory ran out. Well, the micro SD card ran out of space because I tried to shoot everything in 4K, and so I ended up not having that many footage of the actual event. In fact, I only have like a couple of footage from the event, so it was not really that good. But I was also really busy playing the actual game and also having to focus and run around taking pictures of the actual event because I'm part of the multimedia club, well, team from the event, so I had to run around to take pictures as well. And coupled with the fact that I have very limited amount of time being there because of today's weather not being good, and I have to come back to Rotterdam. So yeah, that's that. So I think I'm just gonna show some pictures and yeah. Alright, and now I'm pretty much going to cook because I'm starving and it's like 7:45 now. So yeah, I'm just gonna cook something easy. So I just finished my dinner and I'm just going through all the pictures that I've taken from today's board game. And what I would like to share with you is, I'm sure some of you know this, is that if you're taking pictures of people, maybe sometimes, or actually a lot of times, what I learned from today, because it was such a harsh condition, like situation in the room, like I had to use my ISO for like, well, as high as like 3200, 4000. I don't usually go that high, but the backlit from the window was just really harsh, and the actual room was actually really dark since it was a really big room. And rather than like trying to have the average exposure, that you have a balance between the window and the people, maybe it's always better, well, a lot of times it's better to actually expose for the face and then maybe try to bring down the highlights later in post-production, simply because, well, not post-production, post-processing, because like if you bring it down too much and if you see every single detail like HDR, it looks nice if you're an amateur, but if you're professional, it looks kind of amateur-like, if you know what I mean, because you pulled it too far, or you pulled the highlight or the shadows too far, that you think seeing every single detail is technically great, but in the same time, if you're an audience, it's kind of not natural. So yeah, so what I learned today, what I should do more is not what I learned. I kind of know this as a fact, but I never really take it into account when I'm actually shooting. So is that always try to expose for the actual face that I'm taking, like from the person that I'm taking pictures of, rather than taking an average exposure of the entire scene. Because at the end of the day, if I'm taking pictures of people, I want them to be the main focus of the picture and not the entire picture. The entire picture, the background and everything comes secondary, but the subject is that person that I'm focusing on. So his or her face or their faces should be more with the exposure for their faces rather than the average exposure for the entire scene. Because sometimes, especially if you're using, in this case I was using like ISO 4000 and some of them were 3200. Obviously if you try to pull up the shadows even to like 60 or 70%, you will see a lot of noise. Sure, cameras these days, they are well over 20 megapixels, and by compromising your resolution and denoising your image, it can help. And especially in this case where the pictures is mostly just for the website and for Facebook, so it does not need to be 20 megapixels, so I can trade some resolution for that denoising. But if I were to do this again, and if it was a bigger project, say if it was for like a billboard or something, then I will do better next time for exposing for the subject. But yeah, that's just a little tip for today. I just hope that it makes up for the fact that my GoPro ran out of memory during shooting, that I couldn't really bring you any real good footage from today's board game plays. But yeah, anyway, I'm just like about to finish it anyway, the edit. But another thing I want to talk about, I mean, a lot of professional people, a lot of professional photographers, and well, even high-end semi-professional photographers, amateurs will know about this, and it's kind of common sense, but always have like a proper place where you put all the spare memory. I mean, I did bring this along with me, but it was only for like my 5D Mark III and all the other big cameras and things like that. But I didn't bring any for GoPro, and it's something like you should always make sure you bring it with you. Yes, I know I haven't used my GoPro for the past 5 months, but I should still keep all the memory cards in the same place, so that if for like small projects like today where I can bring my GoPro and everything, all the cards would be ready in one container or one compartment of the bag. But today it was like I was also running late, so I didn't really think about the memory, and I was more concerned about the actual battery life than the memory cards, because I thought I actually have like blank cards since I haven't used my GoPro for like 5 or even 6 months. But turns out no, the card was not blank. It was not empty, so it didn't end up being like, okay, I shot only like 1 or 2 scenes at the game at the board game place, so I didn't really have a lot of footage from it. That was kind of bad. And being concerned about battery life is okay. Well, in general, being concerned about certain things is great, but if you're too concerned about it that you like overlook on other things, in this case I was more concerned about battery life. I charged like at least 4 batteries from the GoPro and another 4 batteries from my 5D Mark III, and so many more that I forgot about the cards for the GoPro. Sure, it was not the most important gear that I have to shoot there, because the most important one was my 5D Mark III. I made sure I had extra memories and cards, but I didn't memories and batteries, but I didn't really make sure that I have that I have enough memories for my GoPro. So that was like a downer. So that's just a lesson for next time, for me at least. So, an hour later, I finished editing all the images, looked through them, deleted the ones that didn't really suit the project. So the images that, even though some of them are good, but if it doesn't really suit the project, like how we're gonna post it on the social media and the website, then, you know, it needs to be out. But all the raw materials, I still keep them as a backup. But the actual thing that will be posted on the actual page, well, needs to be cut away from the entire like folder that will be delivered. So yeah. Anyway, that was a day. A lot of things went wrong, so such as memory cards. But yeah, but at least I learned a lot today. And yeah, that's it for today actually. I actually missed the sunset today, sadly. I was kind of busy. You know, come back, had to cook, organize all the images, clean up the cameras and things like that, clean up my room. It's still in a mess, but oh well. Yeah, so I guess I'll take some rest now, and I'm so sorry that this vlog is kind of messed up because my fault. Purely my fault. But yeah, for now I still need to export the whole thing and send the files and edit this video as well as upload it to YouTube. So yeah, I think I better end the vlog right now. I know it's not really a long vlog and it's not really detailed and it's not really showing anything that much today, simply because I lost the main foot. Well, I thought I recorded the main part of the video today, which was the board game, but it turns out memory card was full. I'm really sorry, but yeah, it happens. It happens, and it's only the second vlog. But I will do my best for the next ones. Anyway, I wish you all a great time and see you next time. Bye.